As of now, because market is a bit down in US and post-COVID there was a high, and then we are going through that roller coaster ride right now. Starting from first quarter next year, we expect that business will come back and come back very strongly. Especially if we get the extension on AGOA by December, that will have a very good impact on getting new orders and moving the orders from Asia to Kenya especially. The best thing I like about it is that our sector is, all the leaderships and the ownerships of the companies are very open for such discussions on compliances, on how we want to stage Kenya on the global platform. So we keep on having these brainstorming sessions, and then one big topic there was about that environment and sustainability. And last couple of years we've been having those discussions. Then eventually government came up with a good policy on having alternative energy, and that individual companies can now put solar and then use that energy for their own use. So with that we started encouraging each other to start diverting our energy requirements to more sustainable. So you can see in my company itself, we have the biggest rooftop installation in East Africa with 1.8 megawatt. We as a sector, we decided that we want to be a top-notch compliant country as Kenya, as a supply chain. So one of the verticals in that is chemical management. So where there is a very strong compliance SOPs set by even our buyers, international buyers, including American and European buyers. And that whole process is delicately followed by each company. So that way Kenyan manufacturer and exporter especially are very much compliant on all kind of testing done to all the SOPs of not only handling the chemicals, discharging the chemicals, and the related test and all that. So in a way we are much ahead than Asian countries also. Our sector has average 75% women. So women are the power behind. So it's not that we need to empower them; they are the power behind the sector. And good, the things have evolved. There has always been this old perception that the workers are mistreated and all that sexual harassment and all that. Like I said, there's so many SOPs now. There are so many checks and balances within the company that people do not even dare to do. It's like a zero tolerance. If you talk about sexual harassment, it's zero tolerance. There's no question asked and the person will be, taken out. Obviously there's a hearing and all that, whatever, but those things are now very much controlled in our sector, at least I can assure you. There are too many checks and balances. Everybody's watching everywhere. The local sector, yes, is benefiting from Buy Kenya, Build Kenya. We had very good engagement with PS Juma. He in fact coined a new statement: Buy Kenya, Build Kenya, and Pay Kenya. So that gap of payment which is there, that also now the government is wanting to look into, so that you can have fast payments done and all that. And benchmarking of products which can be bought locally continues. So I think overall there is year on year there is an improvement in Buy Kenya, Build Kenya. But as our sector, as an export sector, it really is not our forte to focus on. But at least it's good for the local manufacturers. My personal take that, as a country we should empower our manufacturers to be globally competitive, so that you don't try to step on other verticals. So I would consider Matumba as a separate vertical. It has its own ecosystem, its own job creation, and the consumer benefits out of it. So it's good. In that sense, it is good. Yes, the Kenyan jobs are there and all that, but Kenyan jobs should be created on the merit that we are competitive. We can give a good product at a good price to our consumers, and that we are exporting to the world. Why can't we supply it to our own people? The best policy in Africa is our export processing zone policy, which now, empowers the investors to come operate freely. There's ease to do business, tax incentives are there and all that. So from that, I would say, regulatory purposes and all that, companies are very much compliant, and it's an easy compliance. It's not a heavy compliance. So, and I think even the companies have maintained dignity of that they have been given this policy and they've respected that policy. They're not trying to manipulate things or anything. So overall, I think being in EPZ, focusing on exports, regulatory wise, we are fully compliant. No issues at all. And no complaints also.